Crypto Army, what up? DeFi Army, what up? It's your boy J-Rod. We back at it again. In today's show, we're going to talk about microcosm principles. Now, again, welcome to the Right Mindset Show with J-Rod. It's your boy J-Rod. Again, we're going to talk about microcosm principles today. Now, it's a physics principle, but I think it applies to life, DeFi, everything. Because what it's saying is that if a principle is true, then it's a microcosm of other true principles. So all true principles are microcosms of other true principles. And so what that means is that's a good way to figure out if something is true. If it works in one arena but doesn't work in another arena, then it's probably not a true principle. And so why am I saying that? Because I watched Crypto Atlas's video where he apologized for investing in SafeMoon and really pushing it. Now, in my personal opinion, I don't think he has anything to apologize for, because I never got the impression that he was shilling it. It was just an investment he was in, that he was excited about, that he reported on as a journalist. Now, one thing we're learning with YouTube is that we are, yes, journalists. Now, that means that that's our role. Our role is journalism. So I never felt like he was shilling it in a way where he was just being a maxi about it and only talking about the good. And I definitely didn't feel he was being a troll journalist by only talking about the bad. Now, in my opinion, I personally think he should let this all play through. Like, let it all play out. It looks bad right now. Your boy is down. Caroni is down. He down looking at 45. He's staring down the barrel of 45. But he's not convicted yet. Ripple took this same hit, not exact same, but Ripple took the same financial type hit when they went under trial. And then guess what? They won. Now, the difference is with Caroni's trial, they're able to make this look way worse than they did with Ripple, because they have Caroni. They have him locked up. They've got all these accusations against them. And so they can make this look way worse. So a jury may be swayed by how bad this looks. Like, it looks real bad. But the truth is, cryptocurrencies are not securities. Proven in court. So the foundation that we're actually getting to is a microcosm principle. The foundation, the cornerstone of the case, the stealing money, all that's fluff. Say the kids stole money, they not locked up. The stealing money, honestly, to the government, all that's fluff. They're going after the securities issue. So the foundation of the case is, hey, buddy, I know you stole money because you didn't file as a security. So the reason, the slim long shot they have at winning the case is proving that, no, they didn't file as a security because they're not a security. So let's let that play out. I think Crypto Atlas should let that play out, but I understand him being hurt, obviously. So that's, so he just dropped a really emotional video apologizing. I get it. But let's get into, because this is the Right Mindset Show with J-Rod. So how does this apply to the right mindset? I know you're asking that. I mean, you're not, because you don't get the concept of the show yet, but you will as I keep hammering this down regularly. But how does that apply to the right mindset? Because I told you guys, I'm only covering the news in as much as it applies to what I'm trying to put out there, which again is the right mindset. So how does this apply to the right mindset? What's that got to do with the right mindset? Well, what Crypto Atlas's pain has to do with the right mindset is, and what it has to do with microcosm principles is, cornerstone, building homes, You want to build a cornerstone. In my faith, Jesus is described as the cornerstone for life. That's what he calls himself. He says he's the cornerstone for life. You want your life right? Make him the cornerstone. But what does that mean? So if you want to build a house right, so microcosm principles, right? You want to build a house right, you build a good cornerstone. You want your life right, according to Jesus, you make him the cornerstone. Well, what's a cornerstone? A cornerstone is a foundation. It's actually not a huge block, but it's like the strongest block in a home. It's a foundation block that keeps the entire structure together. So if that foundation, typically on the corner, right, it's called the cornerstone. So if that foundation on that corner is weak, boy, your house is cooked. It could be a mansion. Your house is cooked if that foundation is weak. Now, why cornerstone? Because what people would typically do if you're an amateur or if you're just kind of looking at nice homes, we look at the capstone. That's the top part of the house. Woo, the big, blustery, amazing part. So sometimes we can go, ooh, that capstone is amazing. Now, when Jesus talked about it, obviously his audience understood that, right? The people he was talking to kind of understood home construction, right? Because you know, homes weren't as sophisticated, so it made a lot more sense. You could see the cornerstone and the capstone. Now in these bigger homes, you got to really look for the cornerstone. But it's still, the principle still stands. People look at these marvelous homes, these great capstones, but the home is trash because that cornerstone's weak. That thing will fall apart the second a flood comes or a hurricane comes. That joker is hooked. So what does that have to do with investing and Crypto Atlas? I'm glad you asked. What hurts Crypto Atlas so much, and the lesson I hope he learned, it is a tough lesson, but it's public knowledge because he mentioned it, so I'm going to talk about it. It is a hard lesson. I've learned this lesson, not apparently on as much as Crypto Atlas lost. I've learned this lesson losing $500 to $1,000, which is still a lot to a lot of people. That's a lot of money, but that ain't, you know, 5 figures. So what Crypto Atlas did that he has to learn is he had a great cornerstone in Bitcoin. And you can listen to his video. He put all this out there. He had a great cornerstone in Bitcoin. It went well. It popped. It blew up. SafeMoon comes along. Here comes Caroni. Talking his magic. Talking the future. He moved his cornerstone money, a good deal of it, to SafeMoon, thinking that he was building a better, more profitable cornerstone. And he got burned. Now, whether he gets it back or not, that doesn't matter. Because right now, this loss hurts like all get out. I can only imagine the pain he's in when you've got a good amount of money. Not enough probably to stop working, but man, a lot to be out of debt, a lot. Just you've got a great cornerstone. And then you move to this other investment thinking that you're building an even bigger cornerstone for an even bigger house. But listen, guys, this is about the right mindset. SafeMoon is not a cornerstone investment. Now, I rarely will address negative comments in my feed, but when they are misrepresentations of what I am saying, I will address them. So someone misrepresented my position, saying this guy is crazy. Why is he telling us all to DCA into SafeMoon? This guy's crazy. What is he talking about? Well, here's the thing. That is not what I said. For one, I always say not financial advice, but that is not even what I said I'm doing. That's a misrepresentation of my position. I said DCAing is a system that brings peace and stability to help you decide on where to invest. And I vented my heart about my dilemma because SafeMoon is still responding to Bitcoin's price action. Period and dot. It still is. And Evergrow is not. So he misrepresented my position that I was saying that my next move was DCAing into SafeMoon again. I didn't say it was. I didn't say it wasn't. I was talking about my dilemma. Now, back to what I'm talking about with Crypto Atlas. He mistook a capstone investment, top of the house, which you don't spend a ton of money on. You spend a ton of money on that cornerstone because you want your home to survive the flood, the hurricane. You don't spend a ton of money on the capstone, at least not more than you're spending on the cornerstone. So if you got a $2 million home, for example, and you have $400,000 set aside for the allocation for the foundation, $250,000 of it or $300,000 of it is going to be cornerstone, on the cornerstone. Then maybe $50,000 to $100,000 of what's left will be capstone, amenities, stuff like that. He took the bulk of his money and treated SafeMoon like it was a cornerstone. And he got burned. So the lesson isn't don't invest in SafeMoon. I hope he didn't learn that lesson. The lesson is treat capstone investments like capstone investments until they prove otherwise. If SafeMoon gets listed on Binance, Coinbase, Kraken, KuCoin, and Crypto.com, we're having another conversation. It's a cornerstone. Throw your money in. But until something like that happens, and the exchange pops off, and the blockchain's out, and it's moving, $2 billion, $5 billion, $10 billion daily volume, until all that happens, you don't put most of your money in the SafeMoon, man. It's not a cornerstone investment right now. So people are flip-flopping between buy SafeMoon a lot, don't buy SafeMoon at all, instead of, hey, what's capstone, what's cornerstone? You guys are asking the wrong questions and then not learning the lessons. And I hope Crypto Atlas learns. But you're asking the wrong questions, getting the wrong answers, and then not learning the lessons. So the question isn't, is this investment good to buy? The question is, what type of investment is this? And DeFi will always be capstone. It will always be that beautiful, luxurious top that one day may make you rich, but not what you're putting the bulk of your money into. And if that's the case, why can't I put some money in the SafeMoon and other DeFi projects? Because I know where it is. It ain't the bulk of my investment. So that's the point, guys. Using the microcosmic principle of cornerstone building, of construction, life construction with Jesus, home construction with home building, and now investment construction, portfolio construction. Invest big in cornerstone techs, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Not financial advice, but we're using this principle. Invest big in cornerstone investments, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance. Invest small in capstone investments, Evergrow, AdaCash, SafeMoon. Now, do not misrepresent my position. When I say invest small in, invest big in, I'm not using financial advice. I'm talking about the microcosm principle of what's cornerstone and capstone. And also what I'm doing in my journey. So I am investing big in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance. And I'm investing small in SafeMoon, Evergrow, AdaCash, Feg token. So I'm explaining to you the strategy that I am using. So again, you misrepresent my position and my channel blows up, you might get some fame. Because I'm going to call it out, explain it, address it, and move on. But we talking about the right mindset here. And that's what the lesson I hope Crypto Atlas learns. That it's not that you invested in SafeMoon, it's that you treated it like a cornerstone before it was. Your hope was that it was a cornerstone. Coroni and the project sells to us that it's a cornerstone. It will be one day. That's the hope. But it ain't yet. So you gotta treat it like a capstone. Gotta treat it like a capstone. And I'm sorry for what he's going through. That video moved me, man. He was in a lot of pain. But I'm just hoping we learn, guys. I know it hurts, but it won't if we learn. It'll be the best thing for us if we learn, because we won't make that mistake again. So many mistakes I've made in crypto, I'm not making again. So, again, using the microcosm principle, the cornerstone principle works in portfolio building, life building. To me, with Jesus is the cornerstone of my life. Man, I make so many mistakes, but man, coming back to him, okay, that's not what Jesus did. Let me keep at it. Let me get after it. Let me get after it. Changed my life. That's the testimony right there. And in home building, again, home building, life building, portfolio building, cornerstone principle works. Know the difference between your cornerstone and your capstone. Don't treat your capstones like cornerstones, and don't treat your cornerstones like capstones. Don't treat Bitcoin as if, because there's people that treat Bitcoin like, oh, whatever, that's not going to work. Bitcoin goes to $1 million one day, they looking stupid. So, that's the freestyle for today, guys. But avoid that mistake. It's okay if you make it. Let the pain teach you. Let it build you. Don't let the pain be for nothing. And I felt pain too. Now, I didn't feel a ton on SafeMoon because, again, I treat it like a capstone. I treat DeFi like capstones. So I didn't put a ton of money into SafeMoon. Never have, never will. But you know, that's what I'm covering today, guys, on this right mindset. I'm trying to get us right, man. I'm trying to get you, hang with me, man. As I get right, I'm gonna get you right. You know what I mean? We're gonna get right. You know, we gotta get thinking right. But yeah, not saying what to get into, not saying what to invest in, but just broad stroke principles, technology principles of how to invest and build a portfolio. Like that's the case everywhere, guys. That's the case in stocks and crypto, everything. So I hope Crypto Atlas learned. His video did move me, but that's a hard lesson to learn. But I hope he learns. Hey, that's it for today, guys. Holla at your boy, Crypto Army, what up? DeFi Army, what up? We out of here.